I know it's been a while since I did a video and I'm so excited to finally get one out. And today I'm doing an unboxing of some of the products that I ordered from Sephora during this quarantine time. All I've had is like school and no work, and I'm not going to work. I've had my online classes and I've just been online shopping. So I got some products from Sephora that I've always wanted to get, but I never had the chance to. So I'm gonna do an unboxing for you today. So I have my box here, Sephora. So I'm about to open it, and I already know the stuff I ordered, but I haven't swatched or checked out anything. I've got just normal stuff that I always get. Like I get my Urban Decay all-nighter spray. This is my favorite setting spray. It works for me. Y'all might have setting sprays that work for you. I'm just telling you, this is my holy grail. And I got the primer of 2020 well, I don't know if it released, what time it released in 2019, but I tried this. I was like, what's the hype about? And then I actually got it in I think I got it as a sample for my birthday last year, and I was like, yeah, this stuff is actually really good. So the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, I had to get that. And I wanted to try a new foundation, and today I'm gonna try the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I get the shade Macao. So I'm pretty excited to see how this works. I think I did a pretty good shade match, so I'm pretty excited to see how it works. And then I got the Varsali Skin Tune Blur. I've had this used on me, like in makeup, when somebody's done my makeup before, like in Sephora and Ulta, and I've always loved how my makeup looked, but I've never got the chance to buy it. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna like it by long-term use, so that's why I just bought a little small one. Now, if I love it, I'm gonna get the bigger one. And it's a little dropper bottle. And when you get dropper bottles like this, even though it's your bottle, don't touch the bottle to your face. Like, lift it up, and then let the drops drip on your face. So yeah. Then also in NARS, I got the Radiant Creamy Foundation. I mean, not foundation, concealer. Now I've used this concealer before, and I've used it until like everything has been scooped out. Like, this concealer is that good. I love this concealer, so I had to get it. And finally, I just got me a good old beauty blender, because the ones that I had before were past their time. I had them for like 3 to 6 months, and I was like, all right, it's time for y'all to go. So I got a new one, and I also have a beauty blender from Real Techniques. I actually like the sponge. This is their Real Techniques Smooth Seamless Finish brush. I mean, not brush, sponge. And it's actually really good. So apart from Sephora stuff, I've also gotten stuff in this Ipsy box. I got an April Ipsy box, and they forgot to give me my March Ipsy box because I moved, but they said they're gonna send it. And I got liquid highlighter from Iconic London. And what else did I get? I got the Pore Professional Primer from Benefit. I've heard good things about this primer, but I've never actually used it before. I'm not gonna use it in this video, but I'm gonna use it eventually in another makeup video, or just whenever I do my makeup. They also gave me the Elemis Superfood Cica Calm Cleansing Foam Cleanser. I love skincare, so I'm glad they sent me this. Right now I'm using the Dermalogica Gel Cleanser, so I might try this out one night. I might use the Dermalogica for night and this for day, so I might see how it works. And they sent 2 Illuminati gel paint, they're like gel paint, what would you call these? They just call them gel paint. I guess they can be eyeliners or lip liners, whatever you want them to be. That's their colors. And that's the Iconic London That's the Iconic London highlighter, and that's not even a full drop. And that's how bright it looks. So yeah. And I think I also got these brushes from Lavish Beauty. They're an eye brush set. I always love eye brushes. And I think when I did my BoxyCharm Q&A, I said I love brushes and eyeshadow stuff. So ever since then, they've sent me a lot of those things. And they have a description on each. They have a tapered blending brush. They have eye shading brush, fine liner brush. I think this is a pencil brush, and this is an eyeshadow. Well, not eyeshadow, eyebrow brush. So I got those. So that was in my BoxyCharm April box. So now I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I don't know what kind of eyeshadow I'm gonna be doing, but I'm done talking about my unboxing. So just let's get into the makeup and try this new foundation. I'm excited. So before I get into any more makeup, I'm gonna finish my skincare. Today, earlier on in the day, I washed my face, I put on toner, but I haven't done anything else since. So I'm gonna put on a mask. This is the Tula Skincare Star Bright Nourishing and Brightening Cosmic Hydrogel Mask. And I got this in a BoxyCharm box. I got two of them actually in a BoxyCharm box. I think it was my February box that I got these in, and I've never got to use them, so I'm gonna use them today. And after I put my mask on and let that sink in, I'm gonna use some eye cream and some moisturizer. The moisturizer that I'm using now is Clear Skin by PCA, and this was a moisturizer that I saw used by LA Beautyologist on Twitter, I think, and YouTube, and it's for hyperpigmentation. And like, I've been using this for like 2 weeks, and some of my dark marks have, you know, dissipated a little bit. And you have to use your moisturizer in combination with a SPF, like especially if you're going outside. And I've known this ever since I started to get into makeup and skincare. Like, makeup can cover your dark marks and your spots, but you have to combat it with good skincare. Like, you have to use a good moisturizer and you have to use good SPF. And SPF has been my friend. I never used to use SPF, coming from a country where like the sun 24/7, Jamaica, like, is hot. Never used to use SPF, and now learning about skincare and seeing how SPF changes your skin like so much, like you can't do it all day. And the SPF that I use is from Aveeno. I'm gonna get it when I'm doing my skincare. I'm gonna get it somewhere over here. But yeah, the Aveeno line of skincare works so good for me. And like, when you're balling on a budget and you don't feel like buying Dermalogica or Elements or whatever the YouTubers be using, Aveeno works. CeraVe works. Like, don't stress yourself if you don't have the money. Like, products from those brands work just as fine. Another good mask that I have used before is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost masks, the ones that come in like the blue packaging. Those are pretty good too. I think this goes over your mouth. And then I have the top part here that goes on my eyes. And it goes on like so. Oh. Okay, and you just let this sit for a little time. Let this, whatever mask you're using, follow the instructions and let it like sit on your face for a little while. 5 to 10 minutes. You can go lay down or whatever so you can feel like you're in a spa, and just let the serum sink into your skin. Alright, so the mask has been sitting on my face for about 10 minutes now, and after you finish using these masks, you basically take them off and This serum, you just use your fingers and just pat that into your face. That stays in your face. And then you just do the rest of your skincare, whether it be sunscreen or whatever you want to use. But what I use regardless of day or night is my moisturizer from PCA Skin. And then what I use for toner is my facial radiance pads. So I use that right after I washed my face. And you can go in with more toner if you want to. But now I'm just gonna moisturize my skin. I'm gonna put a little bit of sunscreen on, just a little bit. And this is the Aveeno sunscreen that I was talking about. This one, it's almost done. This is actually a moisturizer, but it has sunscreen in it. So yeah. Normally you would just use a moisturizer and the sunscreen. Sometimes moisturizers and sunscreen can leave like a white look on your face, so you don't want to use the combo ones, but this one is pretty good. Doesn't leave my skin looking white, especially when I just wear it just like this and go out. My skin just doesn't look white when I do use it. In the last step in skincare, I use facial oil, and this one is from Elemis. I got this in a BoxyCharm bag. And I just take the oil and I drop a few droplets in my hands. And this oil is a Pro Collagen Rose facial oil. So it smells so good. And it just helps to set in all of my skincare and everything that I do on my face. First step to my makeup is using primer. So after I've done all that glorious skincare, I go into primer. And like I said, this primer is from Mocha Beauty and it's called the Hydro Drip. Oh my god. Hydro Grip primer. And like I said, I thought this was just hyped up. I thought it was another regular primer, but then you actually use it and then you're like, oh, that's why everybody likes it. So I use a couple pumps and I just pat that in to my skin. And I don't have like obvious pores. Like my pores, I have like texturized skin. So that's where the skin tone blur would come in. So when I put on my foundation, that texture doesn't like scream out at you, and I have like seamless, like smooth foundation and powder. And you can use a brush to set this in, or you could just use your fingertip. My vocabulary is off today. Your fingertips to, oh, it smells so good. Your fingertips to pat this in. So I'm gonna go in with my face sponge, and I'm going to use my Fit Me powder because my Laura Mercier powder hasn't come in the mail yet. So I'm gonna use my Fit Me powder to set my primer. And this Fit Me powder was in the shade 35 Deep. So I think this is their darkest powder. I don't remember if they have anything darker than this. They probably do. They probably extended their line and have something different. The shade on here, I think they're just called glitter drops. And it says to shake it well before you use it. And I just drop some on the back of my hand. And then I just use a little brush and put that where like I normally put my highlighter, but not too much. So after that, I put on my actual foundation. Now, I have the NARS, what's the name of this bad boy again? The NARS Radiant Foundation. Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I'm wearing the shade Macao. So I'm gonna see how this looks. So I'm just dotting that over my face and then I'm gonna blend it out. So my phone died, so I didn't get to show you guys how I blended out the foundation, but this foundation blends out really nice, like, and this is just 2 pumps. Like, if you wanted to go in with more foundation, you could have, and I probably will, because I like to cover up everything. So I'm probably gonna go in with like 1 more pump of foundation. You don't even need a lot of this foundation because it just blends so nicely. It doesn't feel like heavy on the skin at all. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And I think this is like a nice match to the rest of my skin. I think it looks fairly well on me. Like, it matches the rest of my body pretty well. So I actually like this foundation, and I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna wear it like all the time now. I think it's gonna be one of my favorites to the Fenty, because the Fenty is my favorite foundation right now, along with the Maybelline Fit Me. So I think this might go into my favorites. And the brush that I was using is the NYX blending powder brush. So for under my eyes, I'm going to take the shade Amande and use it. But first, before I use Amande, I'm going to cover up my bags by color correcting them. And what I'm going to use to do that is the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C13, just to like conceal like majority of these bags. And then I use this around my mouth to cover up the dark areas. And then I use a sponge and I blend that out. Or you can use a brush too. Then I'm going to go in with my actual concealer in Amande. And I'm going to let this like kind of like dry a little bit, so it moves less when I blend it out with my beauty blender. So now that I've let my concealer dry down a little bit, I'm gonna blend it out. And I normally start from the bottom and work my way up into my eye. Normally I go a little bit brighter with my concealer, but I'm liking the way my face looks now. So now I'm just gonna contour and move on to the rest of my face. Today, what I'm using to contour is the Pretty Vulgar concealer in the shade 296H. And normally I use my Morphe concealer in the shade 6545, but this one's a little bit darker and looks so much better as a concealer for me. So I'm just gonna apply it in like little dots because I'm not using that much concealer today. And I like how this is like pointed, so I can like get in the places I want from my nose, not like go all over the place. And then from my forehead, blend my concealer out with my brush. And you push your concealer up, more so up into your highlight. And you kind of blend it up into your hairline as well, and bring it down into your face. I like to do like this around the center of my face. This is like one of my eyeshadow blending brushes, and I use that to blend out my nose. All of this makeup, I'm going to be using my banana powder by Makeup Revolution, and these powders are so good, and they're just $8 literally. So I'm just going to use that to set my under eye, and I'm not going to use that much, like this much, and I'm just going to shake it off and use it to set my under eye. And that's why I like the sponge, because it like makes my makeup blend like seamlessly. To more so bronze my face, I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty Cocoa Naughty bronzer. And these are the Sunstalker bronzers that she released. I sometimes use this all over my face and use a darker contour from Morphe for my contour, but I realized that this is just as dark to contour with sometimes. So I like to use a combination of both of them. This is my Morphe bronzer. And it's a little bit darker than the Fenty Beauty one for me. And then I'm gonna go in with that same eyeshadow brush I used for my nose and use it to contour my nose as well. And if I get too carried away with my contour, I just take my sponge with my powder and just clean that up. If it's too wild. So I was having a bit of some creasing underneath my eyes, so I just went in with a little bit more powder. So I'm just gonna completely finish setting my face with my all over face powder. So now I'm gonna get into my brows, and what I use for brows is my Proof brow pencil from Benefit, and then I set my brows with my brow gel. I need a threading, but we'll fix that with concealer. Don't worry about that. I fixed that with concealer. Looks okay-ish. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my brows and then be right back. So with my brows, now I'm just gonna conceal them with the NARS concealer and like clean them up. Get like the front of my brow like right here so it can look a bit more natural, and if I feel like it's like come over too far, I'll use a brush and just like clean it up in the middle a little bit. You can take concealer or whatever you have on hand and just clean up that center area. I'm gonna be using the Ace Beauty. I don't know if that's pronounced beauty, okay? I don't know. And this is a palette by Ace Beauty called Scarlet Dusk, and I just really love the colors in here, and it's super pigmented, and I think I might do a cut crease today. I'm feeling very cut creasy. It's been a while since I did one, so I might be a little rusty. So I'm gonna use this palette and just do my eyeshadow real quick. So first in this palette, I might go into either Sunset Rose right here or Shade, just this shade right there. They look like very nice colors to start out the eyeshadow with. But let me put some more concealer on my eyelid real quick before we go into anything else. So for eyeshadow, the first color I'm gonna go into is Sunset Rose over here. Bring that on my lid. Just start off the eyeshadow. So after I put that first color, I'm gonna go into another color. I think I'm going to go into probably Shade right here, and then go into Sangria, maybe. It's a big jump, but I hope it looks good. So I'm gonna take a brush and then go into Shade and blend it under Sunset Rose. And I'm gonna take the brush that I used to go into the first color and blend out the edges of this shadow. Like so. The shade that I'm gonna take to darken my crease is not Bahamas, Sangria. And I'm gonna use the new brushes that I've got to do that, if I can find them. So this brush might be a bit big to be a crease brush. So I'm gonna find another crease brush to go and deepen my crease, but I'm gonna try it first and see how it works. I'm using Sangria. I'm gonna take a little bit and blend it in the crease, see how it looks. I think this brush is okay. It goes where I want it to go, so I think it will be fine. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna go back into the brush that I had for the shade and blend that out. Over here, back in the box of brushes. Get it out. And if you wanted to go deeper, you could have, but I think I'm just gonna stop at these 3 colors. All right, and now I'm gonna cut the crease. What I normally use to cut my crease is my ColourPop concealer. Yo, I'm running out of this bad boy. I need a new one. I use my ColourPop concealer to cut my crease. I think if I have enough of it, and I'm gonna do that right now. And the shimmer I'm gonna use on top might be, I don't know, I'm gonna see how I feel about 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna swatch them real quick on my hands, see how I feel about them. That is Aruba, and then we have I love Maui, and then Aurora. Get into that. Get into that shade. Oh, that shade's pretty. So I think I might use like a combo of them and see how it works. So I'm going in with the eye shading brush from Lavish Beauty, and I'm gonna go on with Aruba and see how it looks on my lid. Oh, that's pretty. Yep. I think I found the niche. Immediately as I put it on, I'm like, yep, that's pretty. I don't need any other colors. This color, bomb, pretty. And to like add a little more dimension to the look, I'm gonna add Aurora to the outside edge of it, right there. That's that. I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished the complete eye. So now I'm just gonna brush off the excess powder on the face with the powder brush real quick. So for now, I'm gonna do a little eyeliner, and this is from Benefit Cosmetics. It's the Roller Liner Eyeliner. So that's eyeliner done, and now I'm just gonna do some mascara. So now I'm gonna go on my bottom lash line with, I think Shade is the right one to use for this. I'm just gonna take it on my bottom lash line, and I think I can use a bit of Sangria as well. I'm just gonna reapply my mascara to my bottom lashes just to make sure it's not like faded. And I'm just gonna set my face real quick. The reason why I was covering here is because I don't want to wet my mascara. And now I'm gonna do some highlighter. The highlighter I'm using is Hustler Baby from Rihanna, and it's in this mini size. And you can use either fan brushes or highlight brushes to blend your highlight. Depends on my mood, depends on which one I feel like would suit the highlight better. Sometimes I like how the fan brush kind of flushes out the highlight and doesn't make it like so bright. And then I'm just gonna use the fan brush to like kind of blend that out a little bit. Alright, highlight done. What was that? What was that? And for my lips, I'm gonna use a combo of probably a lip liner. This is from the dollar store, and this is my lip color in Pitch from ColourPop, and this is my Dose of Colors. I think it's matte. It's my matte lip in Nude. Let me see how that works. And I'm just gonna put some gloss on top of this lip because I feel like I don't know, I feel like it would bring out the look a little bit more. And this gloss is the Butter Gloss by NYX, and it's in the shade Angel Cake. Alright guys, well this is the finished look, and I'm so happy again to be releasing another video. I hope to release even more videos during this quarantine time, and please stay safe. I know this is a hard time for everybody in all these different countries across the world, and I'm just praying that everybody comes out safe during this quarantine, and that our lives aren't severely affected by this illness. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and like, share, subscribe, and yep, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the makeup and hope you enjoyed the video. I think I like the NARS foundation. I like how it feels like it's not a heavy set on my skin, and I think I did a pretty good job with my cut crease and my eyeshadow, and I haven't done makeup in a while, so I'm actually kind of surprised that it turned out this okay. So once again, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.